86th Street in Bay Ridge was where Norwegians and Irish built their Brooklyn, two immigrant communities that dominated the neighborhood for a century. And if you grew up there, you remember when Norwegian was spoken in the bakeries, when Irish accents filled the bars, and when Bay Ridge felt like a piece of Scandinavia and Ireland transplanted to Brooklyn before the demographics shifted, and both communities moved to Staten Island and Long Island. Tell me if you remember Norwegian and Irish Bay Ridge, because this was a specific kind of Brooklyn. The Norwegians came first, starting in the late 1800s when Brooklyn was a major port, and Norwegian sailors and shipbuilders settled in Bay Ridge and Sunset Park, building churches and societies and businesses that served the Norwegian community. The Norwegian Lutheran churches were the center of everything. Norwegian Seamen's Church on Hamilton Avenue, where services were in Norwegian and the community gathered for cultural events, and Leif Erikson Lodge and other Norwegian fraternal organizations that kept Norwegian culture alive across generations. The bakeries on 5th Avenue and 8th Avenue sold Norwegian pastries and breads, krumkake and lefse and skillingsboller, run by Norwegian families who'd been baking the same recipes since the 1900s. And walking into those bakeries meant hearing Norwegian spoken and smelling cardamom and butter. The Irish came in waves too, working as cops and firemen and longshoremen, and Bay Ridge became one of the most Irish neighborhoods in Brooklyn, alongside Park Slope and Windsor Terrace. The bars on 3rd Avenue were Irish pubs where NYPD and FDNY guys would drink after shifts, places with Irish flags and Gaelic football on TV, and everyone knowing everyone because the Irish community was tight. The churches served both communities. Norwegian Lutherans had their churches and Irish Catholics had theirs, Our Lady of Angels and St. Patrick's, where Irish families filled the pews every Sunday and sent their kids to Catholic school. The parades were a big deal. The Norwegian Constitution Day parade on May 17th, when the Norwegian community would march down 5th Avenue in traditional bunads celebrating Norwegian independence. And the Irish would turn out for St. Patrick's Day, not in Manhattan, but in their own neighborhood bars. 86th Street was the main commercial strip, department stores and shops and restaurants where both communities shopped, and the strip had this working-class family vibe where everyone was raising kids and working union jobs and building middle-class lives in Brooklyn. Then starting in the 80s and especially the 90s, both communities started leaving,